It's Chris Country. It's always a pleasure to welcome Sasha McVeigh into the studio. Sasha, it's been 6 months or so
I
since you were
know,
last
it doesn't
here.
feel like, it's like one of those weird things, like when I was just thinking that it's been since March, but it doesn't seem like that long. Isn't
Time
that weird?
has flown, and really great to see you again. Thank you for popping in.
No problem, anytime.
So there's been lots going on. There's been the album, which has been really successful.
Crazy.
And is still really popular in the UK country scene. There's been some fantastic singles and videos. You must be all over the place.
It's been nuts. I mean, since March. So yeah, since I last actually came up here to see you, it's just been crazy. I mean, the main focus has been on the new single When I'm Over You. But I mean, I just never imagined that it would kind of take off the way that it has. I mean, on Spotify, I think we're up to 370,000 streams. I mean, what? Like, that was never even in my stratosphere of thinking that it was going to do that. And the music video just sort of soared. It's just crazy. You know, when you do things like this, release stuff, you hope that people are just going to like it. You never kind of anticipate that it's just going to roll. And it just has. It's amazing.
Because starting out, let's rewinding slightly, and I see there is a guitar, so we might.
There is a guitar.
We might try and get When I'm Over You in a moment. Rewinding a bit to kind of say, hey, I'm going to be a country singer in the UK, and I'm going to go to the US as often as I can and do gigs out there as well, and see how it all goes. I mean, you've been really successful with it, and you've been on stage with some mega famous people, but there was never any guarantee, was there? It's a gamble to do that. You've got to be pretty brave to sort of stake your flag in the ground and go, yeah, I'm country and I'm going to go for it.
Exactly. I mean, it was just kind of the way that I approached it was different to a lot of people, because a lot of the other, British acts on the scene, they've kind of done UK first, and they sort of dabble in America with the recording in Nashville and stuff like that. Whereas I kind of did it back to front. I went to Nashville first. And I mean, that was really kind of a decision on both mine and my mum's part. Her attitude had always been that, I needed to get my education and stuff first before we were going to pursue any of the music. And her attitude was, look, your country, that's the genre you are. We need to see how they're going to accept you in Nashville, the home of country music. And if they like it there, then clearly you're doing something right. So we went there first. It was just incredible. And after I'd done quite a lot out there, I decided to come back to UK and do some stuff over here. And I mean, even then it was kind of nerve-wracking, because there were a lot of other artists kind of emerging at that point, and C2C had really taken off. And it was kind of like, oh God, are they going to be okay with me kind of like coming in now? And everyone has been. I mean, the fans are just so supportive. I mean, everyone always tries to ask the question, who's the most supportive? Is it the Americans or the Brits? And it's impossible to answer, because they're supportive and enthusiastic in different ways, but it's impossible to say who's the best. Everyone's just been great. It's a blessing.
Well, you're doing a great job of gaining support and enthusiasm both sides of the pond, which is
I'm trying.
It's a logistical nightmare, I'm sure, sometimes with time zones and everything else.
Oh gosh, yeah, exactly. Crazy.
I want to find out more about, I know you've got a gig coming up, and I want to dig out a bit more information about the album for people that might not have heard it before. But first, you're going to do a song for us.
Yes, I am. I'm going to play you my latest single, which is called When I'm Over You. There is a music video on YouTube as well, which, oh my God, that was so fun to film. But this song's really special to me. It's going to be one of those that I think, is going to hold a place in my heart forever. So I hope you guys like it.
Turn on the TV, put on some coffee, listen to the early morning news. Stuck on the highway, a typical Monday, till that stupid song made me think about you. It's funny how the little things are the ones that hurt the most. Haunted by the memories, the door that just won't close. When I'm over you, I walk a little taller. taller. I could hear your name, I never feel a thing. I'd be okay with letting go, erase your number from my phone. Yeah, that's what I'll do when I'm over you. Put on my makeup, getting all dressed up on Friday night, going out with somebody new. We go to a party, he leans in to kiss me, and I go back to a time when that was me and you. It's funny how the little things are the ones that hit you hard. Blinded by what could have been, just living with the scars. When I'm over you, I'll walk a little taller. I could hear your name, I never feel a thing. I'd be okay with letting go, erase your number from my phone. Yeah, that's what I'll do when I'm over you. Your number from my phone. Yeah, that's what I'll do when I'm over you. That's what I'll do when I'm over you.
Fantastic. When I'm Over You, Sasha McVeigh, performing acoustically at Chris Country. You must be so excited by the success of this album.
I know. I stand alone. It's all of it. That's the weird thing about how everything's kind of gone with me. It's kind of a case of a lot of hard work to try and get things going the way that we wanted them to, but then also things taking on a life of their own that we never even expected. So I mean, with the album, it was a bit of a rush. That's probably the best way to kind of describe it, was that after I'd released my first EP, which was all just acoustic stuff, I realized quite quickly that I needed to record something full band, something that radio was going to be interested in, something that people could kind of put on a dance to, and just kind of really showcase where I was at that point, because things had moved on so quickly from what I'd done on the EP that I needed to kind of get that stamp out there. So it was all funded on Kickstarter, and within like 6 months, the album was out.
And it's brilliantly produced. It's a really great sounding album as well. It's really, really high quality all the way through. You know, the writing, the recording, everything.
My kind of thought was, you know, if I was going to do it, I didn't want to do it, you know, halfway. I wanted to do it the exact way I'd always kind of pictured it would be. So, I mean, a lot of people, when I was, doing the album artwork and the booklet and stuff like that, lots of people said, oh, don't bother with a booklet. No one's really bothered about those anymore. And I said, well, yeah, fair enough, but it's not going to feel right to me if I don't do one. Because, I mean, I grew up with, you know, with all the CDs with the booklets, and like when Taylor Swift, all her, you know, CDs would come out, I was always so excited to get the booklet and see all the different pictures and all that kind of stuff. That was like the most exciting part. Almost more exciting than the music sometimes. So yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see where that album's gone and where it's taken me, and I just love it.
And you're on social media as well.
I sure am. I try. Oh God, I feel like social media takes over my life sometimes. But I mean, it's great. I mean, I love talking to everybody. Everyone always kind of leaves me these funny comments, and it's quite interesting how I mean, I always say fans almost become like friends because they follow your life so much on social media. And I post a lot about everything, like my dog and, all sorts of stuff, and Instagram, Twitter, the lot.
Well, we're not going to pressure you for new music right now because I know you're planning to do writing and you've got thoughts for album number 2. We're still enjoying album number 1.
Oh, I'm so glad.
We'll take it when it's ready. Don't get me wrong. We're excited for it, but I Stand Alone is such a great record, and
thank you, Chris.
Delighted to see things going so well.
Thank you.
And come back soon.
Oh gosh, I will. I could never I feel like just coming up here every weekend.
Come and hang out. We've got Snickers and everything. It's great.
Why not?
Sasha, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris Country.